Hello everyone and welcome back to Sketching with Shaw. Today we're conquering art block. Let's get into it. Well, to start us out, there's multiple reasons why you might have art block. Number one is you might just be bored. So you want to ask yourself, why are you getting bored with art? Maybe you're just tired of drawing the same thing over and over and over again. Just stop it. Or maybe your art skills are just stagnant, so you need to challenge yourself to draw something new. And drawing something new can be fun. So if you ain't ever drawn like a motorcycle or a horse, why not draw both? Or maybe simply trying a new art style is what you need to do. Look up one of your favorite artists and just try to replicate one of their art pieces or something like that. Or maybe you just have no motivation. And if that's the case, you need to ask yourself, what brought you to art to begin with? Sometimes you need to go back to basics, and that's okay. But asking yourself what brought you to art in the first place will help you to find motivation. And motivation goes back to what I said before. Look up one of your favorite artists and look at some of their art pieces and try to find something that motivates you to create something new or unique in your own way. Tip number 2, don't worry about making mistakes or making the perfect piece of art, because not all artists are perfect. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not perfect. The people I look up to aren't perfect. None of us are. But we practice to thrive to get perfect. Are we ever going to be perfect? Probably not. Most of us ain't. But we are looking to see results. As long as you're making progress and you're having fun, that's what it's really all about. One of the things I like to do is I just like to take a pencil, get a piece of paper, and just start doodling, seeing where it takes me. Sometimes I create something new. Sometimes it's just a blob of mess. But overall, it'll help you get over your art block. And you also want to take inspiration, but don't compare yourself too much. Or find an artist that you look up to, look at their art, compare your art, but don't get sad if you're not meeting those expectations, because maybe they've been doing it longer than you, or maybe not. But comparison is what's going to kill your joy for it. That's why I say take inspiration, but don't compare too much. You want to try to be inspired, not envious. And tip number 3, make sure you're taking care of yourself in your daily life, because if you're not taking care of yourself mentally, then it'll transfer over to your art, most definitely. So make sure you're eating, getting enough sleep, maybe drinking something, maybe even working out a little bit, but you just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Making sure you're happy and having a healthy mind will coincide and help you with your art. Because if you ain't happy in your normal life, why are you going to be happy making art? And tip number 4 is don't be over ambitious. If you're losing your luster for art and you want to come back and maybe you have a little bit of spark of inspiration and you just want to create something new, that's okay, that's great. But don't try to make something that's going to take you hours upon hours to do, straight on coming back to art. Because you'll probably work on it for a little bit and then just gradually lose interest, and then you're stuck back in that rut of being an art block. So I recommend finding a few little projects and just doing maybe a few smaller drawings instead of one big drawing. Because I know what it feels like to be over ambitious. Here's a few pieces that I started and then just never finished because I just lost interest way too quickly. But what if you're saying to yourself, you're not bored with it, you do take care of yourself, you don't care about making mistakes, and you do have a creative spark and want to create something, but you just don't know what to create? That leads me to tip number 5. I would download a drawing generator app. The one I use personally is WannaDraw. I whip that out anytime I don't know what to draw or just have a creative spark, want to do something I just don't know what to do. And I'll show it to you right now. Let's get into it. So here's WannaDraw, and here's what the app's going to look like when you first load it up. You're going to see these 4 little prompts here. You can just click on one of the 2. I'm just going to click right here on the left one. And as you see, the top one says, who are you going to draw? And the bottom one says, what are they doing? So if we just tap the top one, we're going to draw Popeye at a slumber party. And if you don't like that, you can just click again at the top. Now we're drawing Shrek at a slumber party. But if you don't like the slumber party, or you can just tap the bottom, now he's playing Quidditch. And you can just tap these as many times as you like. So now we got Ken from Barbie as a model, which that's perfect for him. But like I said, I like to whip this out when I just don't know what to draw. A man eating a blueberry muffin with Rapunzel's hairstyle. Like I'm saying, this app will give you tons and tons of ideas upon ideas. So once again, this ties back to number 1. If you're bored, you can just download you a drawing app, or a drawing generator app, I should say, and then just go ham. But yeah, overall, just make sure you're taking care of yourself and staying in a happier mindset, because staying in a happier mindset will help you keep from being bored and keep you motivated to do more art. Don't care about making mistakes. Give yourself some slack and don't expect to be perfect or on everybody else's level. Instead of expecting to be on their level, just try to take inspiration from them to see what you can learn from them to make something new for you. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, getting enough sleep, drinking and eating, and all of that good stuff. And once again, don't be over ambitious and try to create a holy grail of a masterpiece when you're just jumping back into art. Just try to do a few little projects until you get satisfied, and then you want to try something new and bigger, you can. And lastly, just try WannaDraw or other generator apps of your choosing. There's multiple out there, so you ain't got to try that one. I'm not sponsored in any way. I just want to throw that out there. Even though I am a small channel, I'm not sponsored. Well, that pretty much sums up today's video. If y'all are suffering from art block, I hope these 5 tips helped you in any sort of way. If they did, tell me about it in the comments. And if you have any art you want to share with me, I'd love to see it over on my Instagram. I'll like it and share it to my page. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and peace.